Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The 2020 Arts Awards celebration is about to begin. This evening's event is sponsored by Jacob Burns Foundation, Max Properties, Westchester Magazine, and Westchester Medical Center. And now, a word from our sponsor, Barry SHENKMAN.
Hi, I'm Barry SHENKMAN with the Jacob Burns Foundation, and we are so pleased to sponsor tonight's virtual Arts Awards celebration. For more than 20 years, our organization has been supporting ArtsWestchester, helping it to fulfill its mission. Like you, we realize the important role the arts plays in enriching our lives and our community. ArtsWestchester is our vital partner in making that happen, whether it be providing grants for cultural programming, integrating arts into local school curriculums, celebrating the cultural traditions of Westchester's diverse communities. ArtsWestchester does this and so much more. Now, more than ever, we need the arts in our lives. And this coming together to recognize achievements in the arts is a great cause for celebration.
The arts matter because they are food for the soul and reflection of the soul, and that makes them both inspirational and life-affirming.
Why should you support the arts in your community? The arts give us a voice when we feel we've lost our words. Not everyone can express themselves in the same way. Sometimes we need dance, sometimes we need paint, sometimes we need poetry. The arts are our voices.
Please welcome our host, Michael MINIHAN.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael MINIHAN, and I'm president of the Board of Trustees of ArtsWestchester. Welcome to the first ever virtual Arts Awards celebration, where we will be honoring 7 extraordinary arts groups and arts people. And while we may be saluting 7 of us, tonight is really about saluting all of us in this unprecedented time. All those who work in the arts, who value the arts, who support the vital role the arts play in our lives and in our communities. ArtsWestchester sends its appreciation and admiration to all the first responders carrying us through the current health crisis. And we salute the more than 200 arts organizations that we support, who are staying creative and connected to their audiences during this extremely challenging time. Throughout the evening, you will see their names at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to raise your glass and toast those organizations that you know and love. ArtsWestchester has been working to strengthen the cultural infrastructure of Westchester County for more than 50 years. As the county's designated arts council, ArtsWestchester provides more than $1.2 million in grants annually to hundreds of arts organizations and artists, keeping the arts vibrant and accessible in cities and towns throughout the county. Throughout this evening's event, if you are able, please consider donating to ArtsWestchester as we work to navigate our way through the COVID-19 crisis. There will be a running list to the right of the screen of supporters donating to tonight's fundraiser. Help us in our efforts to reach our goal and to keep the arts alive through this difficult time by following the instructions on your screen. To text in your pledge, send your text to the number 970-840-9000. In the message, write Arts W, a space, the amount of your pledge, a space, and your name, or if you'd like to remain anonymous, just leave your name blank. Once again, that's Arts W, a space, the amount of your pledge, a space, and then your name, or leave it blank if you'd like to remain anonymous. Send that text to the number 970-840-9000. You'll receive a text back with a link to complete your payment. Your gift in any amount, $5 million, $5,000, $500, even $50, will help us meet our fundraising goal and get us through this challenging time. The arts in Westchester would not be what they are today without the leadership of one special and passionate woman, the CEO of Arts Westchester, Janet Langston. Janet coined the phrase, "You gotta love the arts," and you gotta love Janet for everything that she's done for the arts in this county. Please join me in welcoming our CEO, Janet Langston.
Thank you, Mike. When COVID-19 hit Westchester, the arts community did what it always does. It rose to the occasion. It pivoted. It did live streaming music, art exhibits online, workshops for kids and parents. But the arts community, however, has been devastated in the past 3 months. Devastated by canceled events, lost sponsorships, and now more than ever, we need your help to reopen and recover, to use the power of the arts to reconnect our divided nation. In times like these, I am reminded of the words of actress Stella Adler. She said, "Life can beat you down and crush the soul, but art reminds you that you have one." So let's remember that. Though we are distanced right now, we continue to share the arts with all of you online, as our affiliates are producing meaningful programs for people of all ages to enjoy in the safety of their home. In our world today, we are divided, but we can agree on some things. For instance, whether it's folk or classical, rock or blues, there's nothing that puts us all in the groove other than music and arts. So we need to find a way forward, a need for hope. We need to find a way to reconnect. For now, I thank you for joining Arts Westchester in this virtual celebration. On behalf of all of the arts organizations that we support, thank you for standing by our side during this difficult time. I'd like especially to thank our co-chairs, Helen and Bill Gates, Debbie and Alan Simon, and our chair of our Arts Award Committee, Barbara Monahan. And now, let's celebrate the Arts Award winners.
Joining us remotely tonight to present our first award, a great supporter of the arts in our community, the arts in our county, and Arts Westchester, our county executive, George Latimer. Take it away.
Hi, I'm George Latimer, Westchester County Executive, and I'm pleased to be with you here virtually tonight to celebrate the arts and to honor those 2020 Arts Award winners for Arts Westchester. Arts Westchester is a great partner for Westchester County. Together we've done a lot in the past, we hope to do more in the future, and we know that arts are a critical part of the quality of life and a critical part of our economic development activities. Tonight's Emily and Eugene Grant Arts Patron Award goes to the ROMITA family. Westchester would not be what it is today without these two great families, and I was privileged to know Emily and Eugene Grant, and I'm privileged to know Mauro and Camille ROMITA. Mauro and Camille ROMITA of Pelham have dedicated themselves to charitable endeavors. While president of Castle Oil Company, Mauro dedicated his time to Sound Shore Medical Center, the College of New Rochelle, and St. Joseph's Seminary. Camille's passion for the arts inspired her to join a small group of women who helped found the Pelham Arts Center, where she served as president for over 10 of its most formative years. Pelham Arts Center would not be the vibrant cultural institution that it is today without Camille's dedication. Camille and Maura ROMITA's children have followed in their parents' footsteps. Carla, who's a successful lawyer and businesswoman, Paul, who has channeled his passion for world affairs in assisting global diplomats at the United Nations, and my good friend Michael ROMITA, who's a newly appointed president and CEO of the Westchester County Association. Those children, along with their parents, have given more to Westchester than we could ever thank them for. For these reasons and more, please join me in congratulating the ROMITA family on this award.
Thank you, George, and thank you to Arts Westchester for honoring the ROMITA family, and in particular my parents, Chris and Camille ROMITA, for their dedication and patronage to the arts. I'm reminded of a story. When my daughter was about 4, my wife Melissa and I used to take her down to the museums in the city. And one day we're at the MoMA and we're on the 2nd floor and we lose sight of her and we hear her scampering across the floor. And she looks up and throws her arms up and very loudly exclaims, "It's a Pollock!" Now, I think it was a Kandinsky, but nevertheless, we were continuing a conversation that my parents started with us right around 50 years ago. That was the time that my mother and a visionary group of women from Pelham, Kathy Rush, Patsy Bass, Candy Tobner, Barbara Bertone, and others took a mere notion and an abandoned gas station and turned it into the Pelham Arts Center, which for the last 50 years has been a cultural touchstone for the community of Pelham. It's not just the Pelham Arts Center, it's these art centers all over Westchester, which have become vibrant parts of the local community. So again, I want to thank you, and I want to thank the Arts Westchester and the whole arts community for honoring my parents, Chris and Camille Romita, and of course me and my siblings and the whole Romita family. Good luck.
Good evening. I'm BENNORTH, Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer of the Westchester Medical Center Health Network, and a proud sponsor of tonight's celebration. The advent of COVID-19 has presented all of us with challenges, and I'm pleased and proud to tell you that throughout the pandemic, WMC Health hospitals and other services, bolstered by an amazing, talented, and committed workforce, rose to the challenges presented in treating those battling COVID-19, as well as all of the community members who needed our care. And speaking of rising to a challenge, it gives me great pleasure to present the winner of the 2020 Education Award to Accord with Kids, a youth-to-youth peer music program founded in 2012 by Austin Weber and Chase, Alex, and Cameron Goddard, all students at Rye Country Day School. Accord with Kids volunteers use music to bring the joy of the arts to student members of the Carver Center in Port Chester, a community organization dedicated to meeting the needs of underprivileged children. During the Accord Music Education Program, children at the Carver Center are introduced to different music genres. They learn music theory and sight reading, and they explore instruments with one-on-one instruction. Through the sharing of their talents and their music mentorship, the volunteers help build confidence and self-esteem in the Carver Center youth, creating wonderful memories and friendships along the way. Accord with Kids certainly proves that anyone, no matter their age, can see a need in their community, rise to the challenge, and make a meaningful difference in the lives of our neighbors. I'm happy to deliver a much-deserved congratulations to Accord with Kids on your 2020 Education Arts Award.
Hi, I'm Cameron Goddard, an Accord with Kids co-president. I've been teaching at Accord since 2012, and my brother, Chase Goddard, and fellow Rye Country Day student Austin Weber founded the student-run music enrichment program for the benefit of the Carver Center and its families. Accord's success is due to the strong and supportive partnership among Carver Center, Rye Country Day School, and the hundreds of students who have volunteered their free time for Carver kids. The program is a perfect example of how a group of committed students can help provide mentorship to children, all while building their confidence and a lifelong love of and appreciation for music.
Hi, my name is Valeria. As the most recent co-president with Evelise, I have enjoyed watching my students grow in maturity and technical skill. Their enthusiasm is infectious and inspires all of us.
It is an honor for Accord to receive recognition with the Arts Westchester Education Award. Thank you to Arts Westchester, RCDS, and the Carver Center.
Hi, I'm Lisa Werenick, and I'm proud to present the next award, the Sophia Abelys Education Award, named in honor of my mother, who is an educator and an arts lover, who believed that the arts go hand in hand with education. The Ossining Public Library offers just that through their affordable, quality arts education programs to the residents of Westchester. From concerts and film screenings in the library's theater, to exhibits in their art gallery, to family story times, drumming circles, a weekly I Heart Art program, live jazz performances, art workshops, and more. Children and their families are encouraged to explore and participate in a robust schedule of arts programming throughout the year. Celebrating its 125th year, the library has served the Ossining community through 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and more, always providing creative arts opportunities for the Ossining schools and area families. I am so pleased to present the 2020 Sophia Abley's Arts and Education Award to the Ossining Public Library.
Thank you, Lucille. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of the Ossining Public Library. The library has a strong tradition of providing arts education programs such as capoeira classes for our teenagers, I Heart Art programs for our elementary school students, film series and educational concerts. We're committed to providing high quality programs for our community and beyond. I'd like to recognize our Board of Trustees who provide the support and the vision, but especially I would like to recognize our staff who make it all happen. Thank you so much, Arts Westchester, for this award.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken Jenkins, Westchester County Deputy County Executive, and it's a privilege to be with you this evening as we celebrate Arts Westchester and all of the fantastic work that Arts Westchester does as our cultural collaborator and coordinator for the County of Westchester. Art has proven through this pandemic to be critically important as a social connection device for every person around the county and certainly around the globe. So tonight, it's a privilege to be here and celebrate art in Arts Westchester. Tonight, it's an honor to introduce Pablo Mayor, the winner of the 2020 Artist Award. Pablo is the embodiment of the best cultural traditions that America enjoys. He has shared his passion for Colombian music and dance with the world for nearly 2 decades. Mayor's sound combines his formal jazz studies with his love and knowledge of Colombian salsa and Cuban charanga. His ensemble, Folklore Urbano, has performed around the globe, but he always makes sure to bring it back home to Westchester, bringing the band's energy to Jazz Fest in White Plains and performing regularly for our friends at Jazz Forum in Tarrytown. Pablo, along with his wife, shares his love of music with his children through a residency program called Cumbia for Kids, which presents music workshops for children about the 4 different regions of distinct music and culture from Colombia. Congratulations to Pablo Mayor, winner of the 2020 Artist Awards for Arts Westchester.
Hello and thank you. I am honored to receive this award. I want to thank Arts Westchester for its ongoing support of my work here in this community. Arts Westchester gives support to so many people who are doing great things for the arts in this region. I'm a happy resident of Westchester County. I live here with my family surrounded by beauty and good and talented people. I look forward to continuing my work. Muchas gracias.
What a gift. Thank you, Pablo. What extraordinary talent we have in Westchester. And Pablo is a testament to that. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately with canceled events, shuttered theaters and galleries, our artists and arts groups are struggling to survive. We just don't know what the future holds. There's so much at stake. Will we make it through the crisis to the recovery? Not without contributions from generous individuals like you. So please take 1 minute to help us reach our goal. Make a gift by following the instructions on the screen. To text in your pledge, send your text to the number 970-840-9000, and in the message write ArtsW, a space, the amount of your pledge, and your name, or leave your name out if you'd like to remain anonymous. Thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, we're thrilled that our next award will be presented by Lou Gallo from Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo has been a tremendous partner to Arts Westchester and to the arts in our community, especially so during this crisis. Take it away, Lou.
Thank you, Mike. This is going to be an interesting night tonight with the way that we're doing this presentation. As you know, Wells Fargo believes in the arts. We know they can transform lives and even cities, as they have in New Rochelle. Tonight, we present the 2020 Community Arts Award to the City of New Rochelle. As the former home of Norman Rockwell and E.L. Doctorow, New Rochelle has a long heritage of originality along with its support for the arts. Most recently, as many know, New Rochelle has launched a 10-year revitalization plan that includes the arts as a major component, and recognizing art and culture as a key strength of the city's quality of life. That initiative includes artist housing, an 8,000 square foot box theater, a rooftop performance space, and much more. New Rochelle has also embraced public art, including a series of commissioned sculptures created for its 325th anniversary. And last year, working with Street Art for Mankind, who curated 8 dynamic murals by world-renowned artists. New Rochelle became a cultural destination with a 2-mile walking tour of new artwork, including a massive 10-story painting at the Radisson Hotel. A creative community rich with artists and art organizations, the City of New Rochelle partners with the New Rochelle Council for Arts. It supports the Summer Sound concert series in Hudson Park, the week-long Arts Festival, Art Fest, and so much more. I wish everyone a great night, and let me introduce Mayor Branson to come up and join us tonight to accept this award.
Thank you for your introduction, Lou, and more importantly, thank you to Wells Fargo for your consistent support of the arts throughout Westchester County. New Rochelle is so proud to have a remarkable tradition of artistic excellence, and we're renewing that heritage today as we welcome new artists to our community, as we foster public art throughout our streetscape, and as we integrate arts and culture into our overall downtown redevelopment plan. And I think all of us have learned in recent weeks that it's especially in moments of crisis that the arts are vital to lifting our spirits and pointing us to a more positive future. So on behalf of all the residents of New Rochelle, I thank Arts Westchester for this recognition, and I thank you for all that you do on behalf of our entire region.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Legislator Christopher Johnson, and I'm proud to represent the City of Yonkers, my home and the home to our stellar awardee, the Blue Door Art Center. Founded by Louis Perlman and Julie Cousins, Blue Door Art Center has been dedicated to presenting and promoting the arts in underserved communities for more than 12 years. The center's gallery has hosted more than 300 exhibitions, displaying artwork from more than 800 artists, and has hosted dynamic arts events, poetry readings, open mic nights, jazz performances, free children's arts workshops, and has even commissioned public art sculptures, planters, and banners for display throughout the downtown area. Blue Door helped revitalize downtown Yonkers. When it was opened in 2008, Blue Door was surrounded by shuttered storefronts. Now, they are surrounded by restaurants and new development. In an effort to further build arts participation in Yonkers, they even organized First Thursday's Downtown Yonkers Gallery Hops, attracting hundreds of arts enthusiasts each month and inspiring galleries to extend their hours and to host special performances for these visitors. for your critically acclaimed arts exhibitions and all that you do for the arts in Yonkers and throughout Westchester County. Congratulations on your Arts 2020 Arts Award.
Thank you, Chris, for this honor, and thank you to Arts Westchester for supporting us for the last 11 years. A little bit about the Blue Door Arts Center. We are a nonprofit community-based arts center down on Riverdale Avenue in the city of Yonkers, and we've been there for the last 11 years. We've been supporting local artists, established and aspiring, and we do art workshops on Saturday mornings for children in the community. We also have open mic nights. We have a podcast team that comes in once a week to broadcast their podcast. We have plays, we have musical events, poetry writing workshops. It runs the gamut. And we're so happy to provide all these events to the community. It's a great honor to be part of the art scene in Westchester and in downtown Yonkers. Thank you.
It's now my privilege to introduce Jane Solnick from Con Edison, whose leadership and support of Arts Westchester, and especially of the arts and education, has been unparalleled. Thanks for joining us, Jane.
Thank you, Mike. At Con Edison, we believe in the power of arts, especially in education. Con Edison, as a longtime sponsor of Arts Westchester, is proud to sponsor the Artsmobile, bringing the arts into underserved communities throughout Westchester. And without missing a beat, Arts Westchester has pivoted quickly to produce virtual Artsmobile workshops for kids and their families to enjoy from home. I'm especially pleased to be here tonight on behalf of Con Edison to present the 2020 Lawrence Sally Photography Award to Arnold Kastenbaum, acclaimed artist and master printer. This award is named in memory of longtime Arts Westchester board member and photographer Lawrence Sally. In his photographic work, Arnold Kastenbaum makes no attempt to depict an object as it naturally appears. Rather, his goal is to create a new object that did not exist before, presenting an alternative view of commonplace. Ordinary objects, such as a light bulb or a doorknob, become extraordinary in his work. Arnold works exclusively in traditional black and white film and archival gelatin silver materials, and personally prints all images using a darkroom process. He has exhibited his photographs in many New York galleries and museums. Congratulations, Arnold, for your creativity and vision. We salute you with this year's Lawrence Sally Photography Award.
Well, thank you, Jane, for giving me this lovely honor, and thank you, Arts Westchester, and the panel for choosing me as the Lawrence Sally Photography winner this year. First, I want to thank the jurors and recognize their hard work they must have done for picking me out of the 7 finalists. All have done a great job. Very diverse work, very lovely. I strongly suggest everybody take a look at the virtual exhibit that Arts Westchester put together on their website, and you can see how difficult it would have been for the jurors to make the selection. My work is fairly straightforward. I photograph very commonplace objects, but I try to do that in a very nice, interesting way. I'm reminded of a quote which I like to use from Mies van der Rohe. He says, "An interesting plainness is the most difficult and precious thing to achieve," and I try to show an interesting plainness. I do this using silver prints, which is the fancy way to say old-style darkroom prints, because I started doing this 50 years ago, and 50 years ago, all we had. So ultimately, photography is a visual medium, and so I'm not going to talk much about my work. I suggest you go to the Arts Westchester page and look at the work, see my work and the other finalists, which their work is terrific as well. And last, a huge shout out and huge kudos to Arts Westchester, who've done an amazing job in this difficult time. worked really hard on the exhibit. It looks great, and all the other things and all the interactions I've had with them, they couldn't have been better. And it's a great organization, and they deserve all the kudos and all the applause from all of us. Thank you.
Your support tonight has been incredible. As you can see, we're getting really close to meeting our goal. Please keep those donations coming. We really appreciate it, and we really need your support. Thank you.
Arts Westchester is more important today than ever before. The arts keep people hopeful, connected, and inspired.
The arts bring us all together at all times and are so important to the economy in Westchester County. And Arts Westchester is the organization that gets it done.
Arts Westchester is important to the county because it brings art programs to children and adults at all corners of the county who cannot necessarily get to a museum.
Arts Westchester inspires us and the young. It educates our leaders and inspires our educators.
Arts Westchester is a critical driver of the cultural economy. Every year, they give hundreds of local arts affiliates thousands of dollars so that the arts can come alive in your local community. Give today so that the arts and culture can continue to thrive on your Main Street and in your community. Thanks so much for your support.
As you can see from the video, Arts Westchester's programs resonate everywhere. Throughout Westchester, the Artsmobile, school residencies, teen workshops, hundreds of grants to arts organizations and artists. Our vision is for a Westchester where every child and parent can experience the power of the arts. Though we are distanced right now, we are sharing the arts online as our affiliates are producing meaningful programs on a daily basis for people of all ages to enjoy in the safety of their homes. The arts have gotten us through some very difficult times, and they will again, thanks to your support. So thank you for being here for this virtual show. We hope and pray that you are well and safe during this COVID crisis. If you are able to give to the arts in any amount, we appreciate it so much, not just for what you give today, but what you have always given to the arts. We thank you and God bless.
Let's all keep celebrating what we love about the arts. Everything.
On behalf of everyone at Arts Westchester, thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your support of the arts. Have a great night.